Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Razor pocket mod scooter. Okay, modified. My modifications are: scooter now has a 36-volt motor as opposed to the 24-volt motor that comes with its stock. Okay, it now has a 36-volt motor, but along with that 36-volt motor, it also has an upgraded controller. So you have a variable throttle. All that came in a kit off eBay. I bought it last year sometime for like $50. Also, like I said, this came with a 24-volt motor, which means you had two dry cells, two 12-volt dry cells. Well, I've upgraded that to a 36-volt system by adding a third battery under the seat. Okay, so the scooter is actually powered now off of 3 dry cells as opposed to being powered off of 2. Okay, very inexpensive upgrade. Very inexpensive upgrade. I got the scooter as damaged goods. They said to use it for parts, and that's what I did. Not really. I mean, but I did get it as damaged. They said to use it for parts, but I had planned on ripping out electronics anyway, because if you buy it stock, it's terrible for what I want to try to do with it. Right now, it's usable to anybody. On up to like 250 pounds, 260 pounds because of the stronger motor. Top speed, about 13 miles an hour. Okay, now before I did have it with, no, top speed right now with the dry cells is probably about 12. I did have lithium ion batteries in it that came off one of my other vehicles just to try it out. And at that time, I was running 14 mile an hour. It was a little bit quicker, 14 to 15 mile an hour at that time. So, yeah, I think it's a legitimate scooter. Like I said, these things are marketed for kids. But as you can see, you can turn it into a usable transportation device. You know, I'm riding it around, testing it out. Pretty much got it done. I got a couple other little things I want to do to it. But I think it looks pretty cool. I have to, detail it. Get some Honda scooter stickers and put on there, whatever. But yeah, I think it's a good little electric scooter. Very inexpensive, and these, if you get one, to do the modifications are really cheap. But the best thing to do is to find one used, if you can, really cheap, and just rip out the electronics and go on eBay and do some research on electronics for Razor products, and you'll be pretty shocked at how cheap they are. They're not hundreds of dollars. You're talking 50, 60 bucks for an upgraded speed controller throttle. Uh-oh, my bad. With key ignition. So, yeah, this little scooter actually has a key that you can take out. So if you don't want anybody riding it, your kids or your husbands or wives or whatever, you can take it out. So I just wanted to share this modification with you. I think it's a cool pocket bike. Pocket bikes are back. They're making a comeback. And I think this right here really shows you that what you can do with little money at all. Like I said, I only paid 130 bucks for this little Razor scooter here. Again, that's because they said it was damaged and to use it for parts. It actually comes with a front fairing, a front plastic fairing that hangs off the front, and I didn't really like that. It gives it more of a kid look, so I ripped all that crap off. And again, I got my ideas, some of my ideas from other people. I went on YouTube and studied what other people were doing with it for fun. As a fun project, they had other guys that were putting gas engines in them. That makes it illegal. But if you leave it as an electric scooter, you can get away with riding it around. You know, you buzz around the neighborhood, buzz up to the store, buzz to the gas station. I'm riding along the side of the road, didn't have no problems. But then again, you know, you want to have your lighting system on there. As you can see, I got a headlight on there. Okay. I also have the rear flashing light to keep me safe so nobody runs me over, because it sits really low to the ground. I wish I could have a video to show you. I wish I could sit on it and show you how little it is. It is a dinky thing. And yes, I look stupid riding it, but this is just something for fun. Okay? Don't take it too seriously. Just something for fun. I like to get vehicles and see what I can do as far as modifications. But again, originally the plastics that you see were all white. So I got some Krylon paint, painted it. I don't know how well it'll stick on there being plastic, but you know, just something to cruise around on and have a little fun on, to see you know, what I could turn it into, which is kind of fun. I actually plan on building one with a wooden deck to give it even a classier look. So like this one later on, I'll probably build a wooden deck for it if I can. I'm gonna try that, and I think that would look really awesome to have a wooden deck on this scooter. Okay? So those are some of the mods I plan on doing. Again, something for fun. Also too, check this out guys. This mirror right here I added for rear visibility is awesome. I've put that pretty much on every bike that I have. I even have one on my motorcycle. So, you know, when you're riding it, like I'm gonna sit on it now. You can see how little it is. All right, look at my legs. This is how my legs look on this scooter. It's that little. But then again, you can stretch it out and put your feet on the front pegs like that. Let me see. Hang on. See that? But when you ride it like this with your feet on the front pegs, you don't want to move your feet at all. And it takes them getting used to. Actually, it's like this. If you type in the Swagtron Swagcycle, they actually have pegs in the front of their scooter, and that's the only way that you can ride it. At least with this thing, you got 3 mounting positions. You got the front pegs, you got the rear pegs for drag racing, and then you got the deck if you want. So yeah, there you go. I just wanted to share that with some guys out there. I know there's other guys out there like me that like to play around with stuff like this and see what we can turn it into. As far as electric transportation is concerned, I'm really into electric bikes and stuff. And I think these little products that Razor comes out with are really cool, but you know, they market them for kids, but when you rip that plastic off, you have a very sophisticated frame, you know, frame design, which is made of steel, you know. So I give Razor big props, but I think Razor, you guys need to sell some of these devices as for everybody, not for children, and let people know that they can upgrade them, because this right here is off the chain. It's got a 36 volt motor, and I had a buddy of mine, he's like 220, he rode it around with no problem with the 36 volt upgraded motor and electronics. Again, the upgrades that I did to this Razor Pocket mod are, I went from a 24 volt motor to a 36 volt motor to a 350 watt 36 volt motor, as opposed to the 24 volt 250 watt motor. So you got more torque, which is very important. I got the foot pegs from Walmart, $10 each for each pair, for the back, for the front. I've already had the lighting system, and I already have the electronics and stuff, which will cost you $55, $60 off of eBay. And guys, this is a really legitimate source of transportation. It's small, it's little, it's something you can buzz around the neighborhood. You can put it in the back of your minivan or whatever. If you go traveling, just something to buzz around on. Again, when you do this mod, I added the extra battery under the seat. I think I showed you that earlier. You'll have to also get the power port for the Razor MX650 and wire that in, which I did right down in here, as I showed you earlier. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's really cool. I'm very impressed. No little or any money put into it, you know, and I got a legitimate source of transportation around the neighborhood on this little bitty e-bike, which is a Razor Pocket mod that you will see at Walmart with a little girl in the picture. Okay, I'm an old dude just having a little fun, doing it for fun, modifying electric vehicles. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's worth sharing to encourage some of the other guys to see what they can come out with and pimp it out, you know, pimp out the electric vehicles. Now these things are really cool. Like I said, they're legal on the streets or whatever, and you're not going to really be riding them on the streets. Mainly as a sidewalk cruiser, you know, something you ride, you know. And I would encourage people that have mobility wheelchairs, you can save a lot of money instead of spending those thousands of dollars for some of those devices for something you can buzz around the neighborhood on. You get something like this and do your homework, and you can have something like this for like $160 complete if you get a used one, or a little less, or it'd probably run you about $225 to complete it. But that's still, you got, you know, when you buy a stock, the throttle really needs to be upgraded. The throttle is horrible. You turn it, it goes one speed. The throttle that's on there now gives you your battery level and everything, and you get a key with it. Now, when you buy it as a kit, it's only like $57. It's worth every penny. Okay, just want to share that with you. The Razor scooter, Pocket Mod scooter modified. Later.